Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your boy Big Keese. Welcome to the third anniversary show of WRASSLIN Talk Radio. I do apologize for the late start. As always, we never start on time with these shows, but definitely thank y'all for joining me, man. I want to kick off tonight's show with talking about what happened with my not talking about what happened with mom. Well, the show overall. This third anniversary show. I know it's been a minute, y'all. I definitely know it's been a minute. We haven't done a show since February. I've actually been dealing with a lot of things in my life personally. But one of the big things I've been dealing with, and I thank y'all for being patient with me, and throughout all this. I'm just gonna start it off. I'm gonna bring in my boys and everything, my crew here in just a moment, but I just needed the time just to get through a couple things first. As y'all know, like I said, we've been on hiatus for a little while since February. Had a lot going on, and primarily the reason we've been on hiatus was because of my mother. My mother was ill for the past 2 years, 2 or 3 years. I take it going all the way back to 2020, a little bit after the pandemic started. I'm not gonna take too much of y'all time in regards to this, but my long story short, my mother ended up moving down to Charlotte, stayed with my sister, and my sister, God bless her soul, has taken wonderful care of my mother, and my mother had, she was in good condition. I was going down there to see her every so often for birthdays, Christmas, Thanksgiving. She was doing well. But late 2022, as y'all know, my nephew passed away in December last year. Rest in peace, Curtis. And then my mother got sick shortly afterwards, and her condition got worse. And I went down there February. She actually had a tube feeding put into her back in February. I went down there I was down there at the same time when NXT Vengeance Day. Shout out to my boy Thomas who went with me to Vengeance Day in Charlotte. Definitely appreciate him, and that's why I got hooked up with the boys from WXW Wrestling. Man, I gotta get them back on the show soon. But anyways, my mother she got a peg tube in her. We were trying she wasn't eating, and we had to get her strength back up. She got the peg tube put in. And then I came back to VA. Fortunately, she got sick. She got an infection in the tube, and she got sick. They had to place her back in the hospital again. And she stayed in the hospital all the way to about March 1st. At that point, they put her in hospice care as of March the 1st. And basically, she was at the end of life. And so she made it. I was coming down to Charlotte frequently. In March, I came down for 2 weeks to stay with her, and I gotta give a shout out to my manager who gave me the opportunity to work from home at my sister's house during this whole ordeal. Thank you, boss man. I appreciate it. I came down there and stayed for 2 weeks. I was by her bedside, for those 2 weeks in March. I came back down. She got ill again. I came back down, check up on her every so often, and I was just checking on her to make sure she was doing okay. I was watching TV with her, feeding her ice cream and everything. And she was doing well. She was getting her strength back up. She was talking, laughing. She was back to her, herself again. But around the beginning of April, she took a turn again. And then probably around about the 9th of April, the 10th of April, I get a phone call from my sister stating that, her condition had worsened. I was supposed to actually come down there that weekend to see her, but unfortunately, my sister's like, well, just hold on, we'll see how she does and everything like that. So the morning of April the 11th, I get a phone call at 7 o'clock in the morning. The hospice center called my sister and said mom had stopped eating and she just wasn't doing well unless she was fading away. And, and 7 o'clock, my sister called me, puts me on the phone with her. I was talking to mom, And I was like, Mom, I'm praying for you. Hopefully, you're gonna fight this. She couldn't talk. 8 o'clock, I get a phone call. And my mother had passed. And so it was a tough loss. My mother was my everything. I lost my father 9 years ago. For y'all know who my story. And my mother was my everything. We had the funeral service on April 21st. There's a copy of the thing. I didn't want to play any music because of copyright shit, so I'm sorry, but this is a copy from her funeral and everything. It was a beautiful ceremony. But I want to thank everyone for their prayers, their text messages, their phone calls. I really do appreciate it, man. It's definitely been tough on me. I lost my nephew in December, and then a couple months later, I lost my mom. So I made the decision to put the show on a hiatus because I just needed time to deal with her passing, and it's been rough. I've been going through a lot these past couple of months. Everybody's been checking on me, calling on me. I really do appreciate it. So thank y'all, man. I really do thank y'all from the bottom of my heart. I mean, I'm not here to drag anybody. I'm not here to dampen y'all day or dampen y'all night or whatever, man. But I just had to get that out of the way, But I want to definitely thank y'all, man, for checking up on me. I really do appreciate it. The fellas, the crew, thank y'all, man, for understanding what I was going through. And there were days I didn't talk to them. Days I kept to myself. So I really do appreciate all the love y'all gave me, man. Definitely. And the show, it's our 3rd anniversary show. So I dedicate this to you, Mom. Mom, I love you from the bottom of my heart. I know you're smiling down on me. I hope I'm making you proud. And I'm glad I was there to be by your side during your last days. And the world hasn't forgotten you. You were a awesome mom. You're the best mom I could ever ask for. The show is for you. I decided it was time to get back on doing these shows again. So, Mom, this show is dedicated to you and your memory. I love you and I miss you. So, just wanted to get out the way, and we're going to get this show started, man. So, anyways, sorry about that, y'all. I had to get that out the way, man. But anyways, here we are. 3rd year anniversary. I don't even have my audience is dead on me today. I got to get my audience right. I'm sorry. Let me, I'm on a delay here. I'm sorry. First of all, while I'm getting my audience up, I'm in a new location. I'm actually, new location. I'm back in Virginia Beach. I was in Richmond for a year, and I know y'all was seeing me do most of my shows in Richmond. So, but I am definitely back in Virginia Beach. Got a new spot. I know y'all can see some of the shit behind me and everything. This ain't the best backdrop for a podcast, but it is what it is. But anyways, I ain't gonna worry about the audience, man. But anyways, I'll just clap for myself, man. I'm trying to get this thing up. But anyways, here we are, 3 years into Wrestling Talk Radio. I didn't really have a big show planned. Like I said, it's been a lot going on. It's been a lot going on in my life personally, so I haven't really had a chance. In a sense, I kind of threw this show together a little bit because it was one of those last minute things. I actually wanted this day because I'm going to actually be busy this summer. So it's going to be, you probably won't see me do a show for a while because I did sign up for kickball here locally. So, and most of the games are on Thursdays, which I actually have the show on. So, but I did want to do this 3 because I felt like, hey, the actual 3-year anniversary is June 6th. So, but I know we're behind 9 days, but I did feel like I just wanted to go ahead and do this. So, but I know there's a lot to talk about. We are behind. We got to catch up from February all the way till now. So it's a lot to talk about that we're going to get into. A couple of shout outs I got to give. Shout out to my homeboy Fuego Beats over there, Fuego Beats Radio. Shout out to them. Hold on, give me just a minute. Let me try. Oh my God. All right. Shout out to my homeboy Fuego Beast. Also, shout out to my homeboy Sean who commented to love you, bro. Love you too, Sean, man. Thank you. Your boxing fix. If you're a boxing fan, go to this kid, man. This dude has everything you need for boxing. Follow him on Instagram. I think I don't know if it's about a Facebook page, but I know he has an Instagram page where he talks everything boxing. So if you're a boxing fan, please go check him out. My dude is doing big things, putting up McDonald numbers, putting up McDonald numbers right now. So shout out to my boy Sean. I asked him to come on the show. You know, he said he's busy. It's all love, man. I know we're gonna get him on eventually, but shout out to them and shout out to Tim. Stats Don't Lie podcast. I know I haven't seen them do a podcast in a while, but definitely want to spread the love to them. Shout out to the boys over at Holly Street 96, Dietrich, Trevor, and DJ Domino. Shout out to them. Just gotta get all the shout outs the way. And make sure, as far as my show is concerned, make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel where I post content on the page when we go live. Also, make sure y'all follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and make sure you follow us on Twitter. Twitter's been acting stupid so I haven't been posting as much on Twitter as I have on Instagram and Facebook. During this whole ordeal that I've been out, I've still been keeping the Facebook and Instagram page updated. So if you missed an episode of Raw, missed an episode of NXT, AEW, go to that page. I post highlights from the shows. So I tried to post everything from the shows, but if not, I just try to put the main highlights in regards to anybody missed. So if you missed the episode of NXT, Dynamite, Raw, SmackDown, go to check out the page. I keep it updated every day with the information that y'all missed from the show, including results from pay-per-views as well as breaking news. So I try to keep that page. I don't get to post everything. I don't catch every little single detail, but I try to keep up with it as best as I can. So please make sure y'all follow those pages and subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. So 3-year anniversary show. I was supposed to have 2 of my homeboys up here. Only got 1 tonight, so we're gonna kind of do we're gonna kind of freestyle the show tonight. We're gonna get caught up on a couple things, so I'm gonna bring him on now. I hope he's ready. Mr. CM Hardy, are you there? Are you there, dude? Is he there? Wait a minute. Hold on. I have music for you, man. I'm fucking up all night.
You good, man.
Hey, man, let me start from the beginning.
Reach for the sky, boy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Gotta give it up, man. Rest in peace, Jay Briscoe, man. Rest in peace, fam.
Yes, sir.
Boy, CM Hardy, Chris.
ROH, yeah, I like that little ROH shout out, man. I like that. You a real one, man. I like that little ROH shout out. Man, what's going on, Big Keith, man? That was a very heartfelt monologue, man. I've been there with you since everything you've explained, man, and just know we love you. We got your back. You know, we always gonna have your back, man. I can't fathom once again what you experience. Many conversations that you and I have had, from your father to your nephew to your mom. We've had those conversations, man. You know, we gonna do it up for Mom Dukes real quick. You know we is. You know, shout out to Pops. You know, he a San Fran fan. You know, and I'm definitely. Once again, I told you this before, but I appreciate you allowing me to listen to some of your nephew's music, man. He was very talented. And I'm into music like that. So, man, shout out to you, man. And you're going to keep one thing you have been doing, and that's real positive, man. You keep their name alive, man. You keep their memory going. I just want you to know, whenever you feel like there's no one or you're down and out, man, you know we here. We here, man. We don't want you to ever feel like you in this alone. We may be hundreds of miles away, bro, but my heart is with you. You know what I mean? Don't ever hesitate to just reach out or anything like that, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. We wanted to come out to your mom's funeral and, show that support. Of course, a lot of things, went in there, but there's nothing we can do about it right now. But just know, man, you not fighting this alone. Okay. I hope you understand that you're not fighting this alone, man. And You can take as much time as you need. You owe nobody an explanation. You know what I mean? One thing about grieving is nobody can tell you how to grieve. You know what I mean? If you want to grieve your mom, if you want to grieve your mom, as long as you take all the time you need, bro. You gotta understand, man. This is a lady that gave you birth. She gave you life. I'm blessed to have both of my parents, but that don't mean my heart can't be with you because you don't have both of your parents. For what, and then I'm gonna also keep it up on another journey you're going through, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Okay. Okay. All right, but sorry, that was my daughter.
You good?
But you you didn't let anything defeat you, man, and you didn't let nobody. And I admire you so much. You lost your nephew, who you were very close to. I want to say maybe like a father figure, from what I've gathered, and then you turn around and lose your mom. I could not fathom that. I don't know how I would be able to get up in the morning or anything like that. So my heart, to show how courageous you are, bro. And I'm getting emotional my damn self. Like, oh, live, man. But also, I gotta be a G about this shit. I gotta be a G about it.
He disappeared, man. Chris got a jungle over there, man. Chris got kids all over the place, man. But nah, well, he'll be back in just a minute, man. I'm sorry. It's just sorry for the emotional, man. Everything Chris was saying was damn true, man. I lost my nephew and I lost my mom 4 months later. So I've been going through it. And there's some other personal shit I've been going through in my life. Everything. Not gonna address that on the show, but hold on, he's back.
My bad, man. My shit went out, but I apologize, man. But no, what I was saying is, man, the show, the strength that you have shown, whew, man. Bro, you are He Man. You are He Man, a black ass He Man, a bald black ass He Man. But man, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Shout out to you on your weight loss journey too. Don't think we ain't noticing, motherfucker. You over there looking sexy and shit. You want me to start calling your black ass big sexy?
Oh my god, man! Come on, man.
Man, but I'm proud of you, Keith, man. And like I said, like I said, man, we got your back. We got your back, man, and we here for you. It doesn't matter what, man. We got you. We got you, man. And I want you to know we love you, man. And you gonna get through this. We gonna help you get through it. And man, keep living, man. Because you know what? You are an inspiration. You are an inspiration. When I think I'm going through shit, whew, sorry, I don't mean to get emotional on you. I'm going through shit too, bro. I really am. But then I see you, and I see how great you're doing, and you dealing with more than what I'm dealing with. Man, I love that. I love you. So I love that for you. And that lets me know, man, you don't listen what he's dealing with. You don't give up either. So thank you for that. Thank you for that. Now let's get back to this wrestling shit. You got me over here all choked up and shit. So let's get to this wrestling, man.
No, real talk, man. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, man. Thank you for
Yeah,
those kind words, man. Thank you.
for sure.
Y'all don't know these dudes have been by my side these past few months after, especially losing my nephew around the holidays. It was already tough losing my nephew right before the holidays, like right before Christmas. So
Right.
it was right after Thanksgiving, right after Christmas. I mean, right before Christmas. So I had to deal with that. Had to turn around, come back, dealing with my mom and everything. So it's definitely without these dudes, in the group chat, they have been definitely keeping my head on straight, man. Definitely, I shout out to everybody, man. Thank y'all, man, for checking up on me. It's not been easy and everything. And like I said, we had to take a hiatus. We had to take a little hiatus from doing shows and whatever. We were supposed to do WrestleMania shows and all this and all that, but we had to take a little hiatus. But I felt like this was the proper time to come back it was definitely the time to come back. I felt like we needed to come back and do some shows. We got to play some catch up and everything like that. I'm trying to do the shows more frequently now since I'm in a better place to, do these shows and everything like that. But like I said, it may be sometimes the shows may have end up being on a different day of the week because of everything that I got going on. But we'll address that a little later. But hey, let's get back to wrestling. All right. It's been a while. It's been a while. I think the last time we had a show before Elimination Chamber. We've had a lot happen. We're gonna try to squeeze everything in as much as it, and we forget something. We apologize because, like I said, it's been a minute since we did one of these. I think we're gonna start off with the whole Cody Rhodes thing first. So the whole Cody Rhodes thing, everybody was pissed what happened at WrestleMania when he didn't finish the story. Everybody was, so as y'all know, let's go back all the way to January. Cody Rhodes wins the Royal Rumble and is the number one contender.
Shit, hold on, not to cut you off. Shit, let's not even go back to January. We could go all the way. Let's go all the way back to last year's WrestleMania. That's when the shit started.
That's when the shit started, when he was the surprise opponent for Seth Rollins, and we'll get to Seth Rollins here in a minute because a lot has happened with Seth Rollins since last year. But came back WrestleMania last year, beat Seth Rollins, had two more matches with Seth Rollins, including the Hell in a Cell match where he was wrestling with a torn pec. Beat him there, and then he went on hiatus. He went on hiatus. Then he came back. He came back at the Rumble, right? Came back at the Rumble, won the Rumble. Had the whole storyline going from January all the way to April about finishing the story, beat Roman Reigns, get to WrestleMania, and lose. Now, this where fans got mad because they were talking about, well, he didn't finish the story. I'm like, if y'all read the dirt sheets, Triple H said he wasn't even supposed to win the title. It was written that he was supposed to win the title. So fast forward, after that, tag team match on, was it Raw the next night? He was supposed to team with Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar whoops his ass. Then he gets into the rivalry with Brock Lesnar, beat him at Backlash. And then they had a rematch at, what's the pay-per-view that was after Backlash?
What was it? Night of Champions? Was it Night of Champions?
Brock Lesnar beats him at Night of Champions. Before Night of Champions, he quote unquote breaks his arm and everything after getting put. Quote unquote doing a lot of the
Kimura lot.
So everybody was in an uproar, but let's circle back to WrestleMania because everybody was in an uproar regarding the whole Cody Rhodes thing in regards to him not finishing the story. I mean, I didn't mind. I didn't mind Roman Reigns keeping the title. I'm like, Homeboy was already near 1,000 days anyway, so y'all knew it was gonna come. They're not gonna end it. They weren't gonna end the reign at 1,000 days. And we'll get to Roman Reigns in just a minute as well. But Chris, what's your thought on the whole thing with Cody Rhodes, man?
Okay. Well, you and I have had this conversation. The times that you were able to talk, and when we want to talk about fans, shout out to Ricky, shout out to Justin Looney and all them. But they threw the biggest tantrum. They threw a fucking tantrum, especially Ricky. Once again, shout out to our boy Ricky Sheamus.
New Japan go-to man.
Yes, our New Japan go-to guy, one of the most knowledgeable wrestling guys I know, knows his shit, and I mean on all levels.
Go watch some of the previous shows and just listen to this man.
Yeah, man's very, very knowledgeable. He knows his shit. And Ricky, and the funny part about it is Ricky's younger than all of us. And you would have thought Ricky was born in the 80s the way he knows his shit. Yeah, it is. But it's great. That just shows you how passionate we are about this business. But anyways, they were pissed off. They were like some other fans, but we know why the other fans were pissed off too, because a lot of them were Roman haters. So, me personally, I had no problem with it for two reasons. Not because I'm a Roman fan, The one reason why I had no problem with it is because I could not. I was not gonna see how somebody. He technically only had 3 matches in a whole year time span. So he was supposed to come back at Royal Rumble, win it, and then go on and headline Mania, and then win the title from the most over guy in the business, God tier mode, who's probably part of the best storyline we have seen, and I want to say maybe 8 years, 8 years, maybe. Who knows? So it would make no sense for him to go ahead and win the title. The chase is a lot more exciting because when he finally does get over that hump, because Dusty Rhodes didn't have it here in WWE, Goldust didn't have it, and he brings that up all the time, right? When he finally does get over that hump, that pop is going to be out of this world. It's going to be insane. Number 2, had he won the title after just 2 months back, you know the fans was going to turn on him. We know what was going to happen. They were going to, after 2 weeks, oh, we don't want Cody no more. Can you think, do you believe Cody can carry the company? This ain't AEW. This ain't the Indies. There's no expectations. You have an expectation when you are in a conglomerate as such as WWE, especially the way he left, the things that he did after he left, the shots that he took, the comments that he made. You started up a company in hopes to try to put Vince out of business. Let's not forget that too. Then you come back because you saw that the grass was not greener on the other side, whether you want to admit that, not you, I'm saying, but whether he wants to admit that or not. You come back to the very same company that you shitted on. You throwing sledgehammers at thrones. You're a part of a company that company cannot stand without even mentioning WWE. Because let's get something straight. AEW has built is off the back of WWE. They are still alive because as long as they can speak on WWE and get ex-WWE talent, that's the only way they're going to stay afloat. So you come back from that. Let's not act like when Cody Rhodes didn't come back, he did not put on 5-star matches, because he fucking did.
He did.
Him and Seth Rollins, magic.
Hell in a Cell.
Come on. For the pectoral, we saw how bruised up he was. But then on top of that, you're in the ring with probably the best wrestler in the WWE, in Seth fucking Rollins. I'm talking about as far as wrestler goes. As far as wrestler goes, not character, wrestler.
Yes.
And you put on a match when you were not even 50%.
And I don't want to hear fans say, well, it's fake and everything. No, that injury was real.
That injury was real.
That injury was real. Let's get that out the way. He really was wrestling with.
He really tore his pec. Yeah.
That was not storyline. That was nothing that was scripted. My man was wrestling with a torn pec.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And so therefore, he was gone for what, 8 months?
Yeah.
He was gone for 8 months.
Well, Hell in a Cell was what, July, I believe?
It was July because he wasn't at SummerSlam.
Yeah, okay.
So you got that. So he was gone for 8 months. Now you debuted, you got 3 matches. Miss 8 months, you come in, you win the Royal Rumble. Now, aren't these the same people that was mad that Batista won the Royal Rumble when he came back? Can we throw that out there? So that's what I'm talking about. I didn't care for the hypocrisy. That's the point of storytelling. That is the point of storytelling. Man, he wasn't back. He has not been back long enough to say, here, here are the keys. I'm gonna dangle these in front of you. Take them. I'm giving you the keys to the motherfucking car. I'm giving you the keys to the penthouse. Do with it as you want. I trust you. I can't get into that just yet. Well, at that moment, I can't. Now, maybe, shit, hopefully, not even hopefully, but if somebody is going to dethrone Roman Reigns, I would hope it is Cody. And I am not the biggest Cody Rhodes fan, but I think that would be a special moment. It just wasn't meant for WrestleMania. And the reason why it wasn't meant for us because everybody was expecting it. I'm gonna give you it. I'm gonna give you another example. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
No, you good.
But I was gonna say it's like y'all expected it, and then when he
Right.
did lose, everybody was mad. It's like, okay, we threw a wrench into the plans. Yeah, it's unexpected. You know, I was like, everybody. I think at least 99.99.9999% of people thought Cody was gonna win the title at WrestleMania. You know, but the thing about it is, you have to pay attention to how many days Roman Reigns was approaching. This man was about to hit 1,000 days. You really think they were going to end his title reign before it hit 1,000 days? No, they weren't going to do that.
Exactly.
They weren't going to be that stupid to end his reign at 1,000 days. It was on its way to being 1,000 days. So they weren't going to end this man's reign before that happens. And it's like, everybody wanted a feel-good story. Everybody, I'm like, you're not getting Kofi Kingston's story. You're not getting the Daniel Bryan story and everything. Everybody's dream. This is not Disney World where everybody's dreams come true. And it didn't happen to Cody Rhodes. It's like, then they gave him Brock Lesnar. They fed him Brock. I'm like, they're building this man back up. I'm like, y'all have to have patience. It's going to lead up to it. When it's going to happen, we don't know. Cody's going to keep busy for a while. I think it's gonna end up happening at some point, but let the story build. Let it build. That's the one thing about y'all damn fans. Y'all don't let shit build up. Y'all want to let's get the storyline done now. No. He wants to win the title right now. No. Give it time. Let the story build itself up like that.
Exactly. And it's kind of like I'm gonna go back to what was that? Was it Mania 36?
What was the match?
Was it 36 or was it 37? No, was it 35 or 36?
Between 35 and 38.
It was the last one in New Orleans when Roman Reigns faced Brock Lesnar again.
Yeah.
And everybody was booing the match because everybody just knew that Roman Reigns was going to win. Everybody knew Roman Reigns was going to win. Everybody just, Roman's going to win. I'm mad. Here we go with this shit. And guess what? Brock Lesnar won.
You know what was pissed off? I thought about something. 30. When DB won the title, you know how fucked up would have been if he didn't win the title at Mania that year? Going through Triple H.
I mean,
get to the main event and then Orton would have won. Oh my God.
Or Batista would have won. Oh, man.
The Heat. They would have got
Man.
Or if Kofi didn't beat DB that year. Oh,
I'll tell you like this though. Mania 30, you want to talk about a blur? To me, Mania 30 didn't happen.
Yeah, we discussed.
Yeah, and y'all know my reasoning.
We all know.
Yeah.
30. That
30 didn't happen in my opinion. So it went from 29. It went from 29 to 31.
And then the pandemic WrestleMania didn't happen.
And pandemic WrestleMania didn't happen. Matter of fact, the PC era didn't happen either.
I gotta give a shout out for them for at least trying, but watching Mania in the PC, it was just it was god awful.
Yeah, it really was.
Fans came back because I remember when the pandemic happened. I know I'm digressing, but because I remember when the pandemic happened, I watched the first episode of Raw, and they showed the Rumble, and then I'm like, bruh, is it gonna be like this for the next couple of months? Because I'm like,
right,
I'm not gonna watch Raw no more. Because I was like,
I didn't. I didn't.
No fans, and it's just weird hearing them talk in the ring. I'm like, I don't think I can do this for like the next couple of months. I said, we gotta do something. Never
Me either,
did.
bro. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't. I just sat there and watched the network. Shit.
Yeah,
I'd rather watch the old shit.
I'm like, what are they gonna do? And I understand the circumstances, what they had to go through, but yet and still, that was just a horrible era that we had to live through. So,
Yeah.
thank God we got through that era, though, man. But
Yeah, it was.
yeah, but all right. So I digress. Let's what we gonna well, let's talk about Roman Reigns here. He hit the 1,000-day mark. They actually got rid of and then we'll talk about the titles too, because that's gonna lead us back to Seth Rollins as well.
Yeah.
So Roman Reigns. So the WWE Universal title, the 2 belts are gone. And now it's just 1 belt. They had the presentation on SmackDown last Friday night. So Reigns has 1 belt now instead of 2. Everybody was upset. I'm like, y'all fans get upset when they presented the belt. I'm like, the W's not going away. That's
No.
it's branding. It's
No.
branding. So that's why
Right.
W's gone. So
That's true.
He's down from 2 belts to 1 belt. So they also gave Asuka. So Asuka's no longer the Raw Women's Champion. Why? Well, as y'all know, they did the draft. And Asuka ended up she got drafted, won the Raw Women's title at Night of Champions. She beat Bianca Belair, but was a Raw Women's Champion on SmackDown, and Rhea Ripley is a SmackDown Champion on Raw. Well, they fixed all that now, so now Asuka is now the WWE Women's Champion. They gave her a new belt, and now Rhea Ripley on Raw is the WWE Women's World Champion. So they got rid of the SmackDown, they got rid of the Raw name, which I like, which is cool. I mean, that's good because now you got a Women's World Champion and you got a WWE Women's Champion. So they got rid of the Raw. The tag team titles are still undisputed. I'm not a fan of that. Having undisputed, I feel like if you're gonna do World and Women's, they need to go back to do World Tag Team titles and WWE Tag Team.
I think it's because they don't have that many tag teams though.
Oh, they got a lot of tag teams. They got enough tag teams on SmackDown. Got like about 3 or 4 tag. I think eventually they're gonna split the belts. If they don't split the belts, they're just gonna give them 1 belt, and then they're gonna just have 1 tag team champion. So
Yeah.
we'll see how they're doing that. Also, Seth Rollins since Roman Reigns was so dominant, they never split the titles. Triple H introduced the World Heavyweight Championship, which was big. Which like the Big Gold Junior.
Which is the 2023 Big Gold.
Which is the 2020. I mean the belt. All right, I'm gonna get your opinion. The belt overall, it looks okay. Y'all wanted Big Gold, but you're not gonna get Big Gold. But I mean the belt. What's your opinions on the belt? How did you like the belt?
I'll be the first to say I'm sick of the brand. I'm tired of the WWE logo. I'm sick of it too. All they keep doing, every time they present that new belt, all they keep doing is just changing the color.
That's all they keep doing.
I wish they get rid of that. But beggars can't be choosers. I guess we wanted the title split up, and that's what we got. So
the women's title on the white strap actually looks decent. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I do.
I like Asuka's and I like Rhea Ripley's titles. I actually like those. Those look real nice. The white makes it pop.
Well, I just like them, so.
Yeah, I like them.
Especially Rhea Ripley. She can fold me up anytime she wants. But
that's for another show. That's
for another show.
Wrestling Talk Radio after. That's Wrestling Talk Radio after dark.
She could be my mommy.
Seth Rollins, he earned it, man. He definitely earned
it. Yeah, man, Keith. There was only 2 people I was only hoping that got it, and that was either him or AJ. Real talk, and anybody that's listened to this show know I am not the biggest Seth Rollins fan, but man, come on, you cannot deny that man's fucking just his ability, man. That dude is just so good.
He's been killing it, man. Definitely,
he's that good.
He's as a heel or as a face, but
as a heel, as a face. Yo, he's came a long way since the Authority, man. The Authority, I couldn't stand him on the Authority. I thought that was the most stale ass championship run. But this one, man, I'm excited for him.
He's killing it.
I think he's killing it. His character has evolved so much. So what I think about it, man, I like it. I like that he's the first one that got the belt too, because the belt looks good on him. I'm hearing, though, he's not going to keep it long. I'm hearing he's not going to have it by the end of this summer.
Who do you think's taking it?
LA Knight.
We're going to get to that. We're gonna get to that. We got a lot to get to. We're gonna get down. That's gonna lead down the line. What do you think? I've heard this whole thing about it becoming the secondary title to Roman Reigns' title. How do you feel about that? I don't like hearing a secondary, because remember when they separated titles way back in the day when you had the World Heavyweight Champion and you had the WWE Champion, and they were almost equal. Like I remember when Batista,
on equal levels, yeah.
Like when Batista was the heavyweight champion and Cena was the WWE champion.
Yep.
It was equal, but now it feels like since Roman Reigns has been so dominant, and they said they couldn't get the title off him, so they created another title. I just don't like the way it sounds. I feel like he's the world heavyweight champion. How are you not saying that's a secondary title? A secondary title is like the Intercontinental or United States.
That's where I was going with it, man. I was going with that. How can you call it a second? How can a heavyweight title be a secondary title? Will I say it doesn't hold more than what the Universal title? I don't even believe that either. And the reason why I don't believe that is because they're two separate characters. Yeah. Seth Rollins he's been groomed by the best. Triple H. Everybody raves about him. One thing I know about Seth Rollins and this title, we're gonna get great matches when it comes to this title.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do y'all understand that we are going to get great matches when it comes to this title? Does that mean that the Universal title ain't been having great matches? No, I'm not saying that. But anybody who likes wrestling knows Seth Rollins' in-ring ability is way better than Roman Reigns.
And we get a consistent champion on Raw.
Yes, and we get a consistent champion on Raw.
We get a consistent champion.
Yes. So what I like the belt. I like what they're doing with it. I like the person that's carrying the belt.
It feels right having a champion on Raw again.
Yeah, it does. It does. Right. Now, what I hope they just don't do is fuck it up. Please have worthy opponents. Like they're already going with the Seth and Finn Balor. I like that. I like that already. I like it already.
They're gonna kill it.
They're gonna kill it. I like it already. If we gonna get a Seth and Damian Priest, I like that shit too. If I know we're gonna get to it, but if LA Knight, who's probably the hottest, no alphabet community, who's probably the hottest dude right now on Raw, his ranking has gone up, man. And I've always liked LA Knight. And I've said that too, but if he's gonna carry that, I want to have great matches that go along with it. See, you know what's missed out on titles is the chase. Yeah. You'll get a little bit of the chase and it's over with. Drew McIntyre. That's another one we need to talk about, but we'll get to that another time. Yeah. I would like to see him with the belt. I want to see him have his moment. He deserves that because nobody wants to admit it. Drew McIntyre held WWE on his back during the pandemic.
And had banger after banger.
And bangers. Drew McIntyre held down WWE while during the pandemic. He is deserving and owed that moment. And if Drew McIntyre comes back as a heel, it's a wrap, yo. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
And a dominant heel. Get rid of that fucking sword.
Get ready. Because I'm telling you like this. When Drew McIntyre come back as a heel and win that title, it's not moving from him.
He did have a feud with Seth Rollins for the WWE title.
He sure did. He sure did.
Very good feud.
Yo.
Remember that.
Yo.
Back. When Seth Rollins was the heel and then McIntyre was the face, switch them now. Now you switch them. And now it could be very, very good.
I'm going to give you another one. Give me heel McIntyre defending the title against Sheamus.
You talk about. All right, let's just talk about. Look, wait a minute. Let's go back to even Sheamus, the triple threat match at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental title.
The best match on the card.
That's gonna go down as one of my matches of the year. When we do this show at the end of the year,
it is a match of the year. Anything with Gunther in it is a match of the year.
Gunther is just a match of the year. We could go back to NXT when he was Walter.
Man,
was putting up.
Yo,
he had against Pete Dunne for the United Kingdom Championship.
I'm telling you,
Ilya Dragunov.
Yeah, the one Ilya Dragunov is probably the best one out of all of them. The best one out of all of them.
Dragunov and Walter almost killed each other.
But I thought that, but Gunther and Sheamus.
Clash of the
Now you want to talk about almost killed each other, dude. Both of them got a standing ovation. You don't put on a match like that, and you man. But if you give me,
give me McIntyre. Give me another one. Give me a best of 7. Shit, fuck it.
Hey, we ain't seen that in so long. Please give me Drew. Give me heel McIntyre versus Sheamus.
They're good friends, so the chemistry is already there.
The chemistry is hot.
The chemistry is already there. They already know they're friends, so they're gonna put on a great match.
Man, they are.
I definitely want to see it, but
they are
coming back as a heel.
Yes,
I definitely need to see it. I definitely
yes.
See it. I can see it happening at Money in the Bank, but
I'll get ready to say my next one. I can see it happening at Money in the Bank. Now him knocking one of those. Somebody gonna have to just take it, and I hope it's not Mustafa Ali. But
here's the thing about this. I don't know, Chris, if you recognize this or not. The participants in Money in the Bank have never been champions. Are first time people in Money in the Bank.
All NXT guys too.
Ricochet, you got Ricochet, NXT.
Mustafa Ali.
No, Mustafa Ali's not in the match.
Oh, I thought he was in the match. He's not.
No, he got beat.
Okay.
He got beat by Santos Escobar.
Okay, yeah, he got. Okay, so it's him, LA Knight,
Ricochet, Shinsuke Nakamura, LA Knight, Santos Escobar, Butch, and Damian Priest. Notice something. All former NXT. Yeah. Oh, those are Trips babies, man. You recognize that somebody said that on Twitter in regards. They said recognize the guys that's in this match. All former NXT guys, all Triple H guys. That's what makes this match unique because they're all never been champions, and this is all now. What you said, I like that prediction. Drew McIntyre may come and fuck up. Remember, Money in the Bank is in London, which is near Scotland. Everything.
Was this? Yeah.
That might be the chance where McIntyre come in there and fuck everything up. Come in there and
I can see him coming in there. I can see him knocking Escobar out.
Now, if that doesn't happen, I think LA Knight is gonna win Money in the Bank.
I got LA Knight winning it. I have LA Knight winning. I got him winning Money in the Bank, man. That is my only pick.
That's the only pick I can see winning this.
That's my only pick.
Priest is a sleeper. I would go if they don't go with LA Knight, if Priest, and then the third pick is as always.
Well, they kind of said they kind of gave you a little teaser this past Monday.
About what? The Money in the Bank?
About Priest and Judgment Day.
Have y'all seen that?
We got a little teaser.
JD McDonough. Now, if y'all don't know the backstory, JD McDonough was in NXT. He was formerly known as Jordan Devlin. They changed his name. He was in NXT UK. Then he came over to NXT. They changed his name to JD McDonough. He got drafted to Raw. If y'all don't know the backstory, Finn Balor trained JD McDonough. They're both Irish. So they've been talking backstage. And as y'all have been seeing, there's been some bad shit going on between Priest and Balor. So the rumor has been going around that they're getting ready to kick Priest out of Judgment Day and add JD McDonough to Judgment Day. Because what I've been hearing is they're getting ready to give Priest a huge-ass push.
That's what I'm hearing, too. But what I also heard, too, though, that I read, too, was actually the opposite. I read that maybe that Finn may be getting kicked out of the Judgment Day on a power struggle type shit, and Priest being the leader.
Yeah, I want to keep. I'll keep Finn as leader.
You would?
I like Finn as the leader of Judgment Day. I like that. If you're gonna kick somebody out, let Priest go, and then let McDonough come in as the new member of the judge because
Okay.
McDonough fits Judgment Day. It's just his.
So you're all in favor of keeping Judgment Day, still keeping Judgment Day going?
Yeah, I want to keep Judgment
Okay.
Day. I like them as a heel group. We need you don't see too many heel groups no more like you used to. So I want to keep this going. And I want to see McDonough. I'm actually a McDonough fan going back to NXT and everything. If y'all don't remember, McDonough actually faced Finn Balor at NXT Takeover Blackpool back when they did NXT UK. They actually had a decent match too. Finn Balor was a surprise opponent for JD McDonough. And they actually had a decent match. Remember, they're like this. So it made sense when they drafted McDonough to Monday Night. I kind of figured when they drafted McDonough to Monday Night Raw, I figured him and Balor were going to end up crossing paths. I don't know how they were going to cross paths, but I figured this was going to be the way they crossed paths. So putting him in Judgment Day is actually going to benefit JD McDonough as well. So put him in a group. But I think what happens is that they kick Priest out. Priest goes on his own. It wouldn't be surprised me if Priest goes after the Intercontinental title down the road against Gunther, because I can definitely see him having a match against Gunther down the line. So we'll
Now let me ask you this question then. When does WWE pull the plug on Gunther and this IC title and say, "Hey man, hold on," and say, "Hey man, go ahead and get the big title now," because man. Gunther has done everything. Gunther is not slowing down.
He needs to win Rumble.
Do you see the transformation in Gunther?
Dude has lost weight. I don't know if y'all paid attention. My man,
he's lost a lot of weight.
If y'all go back and watch some of his matches and see how much he's toned up, and there's pictures of him on Instagram, my man's toned up, man. He's toned up. I'm trying to get to Gunther, man. Gunther, I'm getting close to you. I need about 5 or 6 more days in the gym, and I'm gonna be close to Gunther. But nah, my man's toned up though. He's definitely as toned up, man. So shout out to Gunther, man. But at some point, he's gonna have to lose the Intercontinental title. Who he loses it to is gonna be, I have no idea, because who else can you put this man against? It's gotta be a big name. And I don't. You know what? The person that's going to dethrone him is probably not even on the Raw roster yet. Oh, Chris had to leave. Well, he'll be back. What y'all predictions, man? I want to hear what y'all got to say, man. If y'all join the group chat, go in the chat and everything. Let us know, or let us know, man. I'm gonna put up a vote thing. Who y'all think? Who's gonna dethrone Gunther as the Intercontinental Champion? All right, I'm adding Chris back in there. All right.
Can you hear me better now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. I'm just making sure. All right, but yeah, but that's my thing. Who dethrones Gunther? Like that, it's like with Roman Reigns. Who's gonna dethrone him?
Who do you think? Wait a minute. While we talking about that, who dethrones Reigns? Well, you said Cody. You did Cody right.
I said I can see Cody now. Damn, that's a good fucking question. That's a good question.
Wait a minute. How long does Reigns keep this title run going? I mean,
well, I'm hearing that he should be losing it. He's gonna lose it in 2023 because he's gonna take a break.
When? So you got Summer. Now it's not gonna be at one of the small ones. So
no, hell no. It'll be a major one.
You got SummerSlam.
SummerSlam, maybe.
You got Survivor Series.
And then, like I said, they said he's going to take a break. He is transitioning to part-time.
Yeah.
But I'm also reading that they want him to come back as a face, which I think is a stupid-ass idea.
You know, that's a perfect transition. The Bloodline storyline. Fam, I got to this storyline has one of the best, like Chris said, it's got to be one of the best storylines they had in the past 8 years. This storyline has been awesome. And when you think the storyline is done, they take another. It's like almost driving down on a road. It's like driving from Virginia to California, and you're hitting so many turns and bumps on the way. As soon as you think this one storyline is done, bam, they hit you with another one. They had the storyline started. This storyline thing goes back to what? 2020, 2021 when he came back?
2020.
Yeah.
2021.
Then they started
because it started with Jay, main event Jay.
Yeah, started with Jay, and then Jimmy got involved. Bruh, this thing has taken so many twists and turns. Sami Zayn got involved. No. Yeah, Sami Zayn got involved. No. Yeah, Sami Zayn got involved, and then Solo Sikoa came involved, and now the whole thing that happened with Sami Zayn came in around SummerSlam of last year, I believe, right?
Yep. Yeah, right. A little bit after that.
A little bit after SummerSlam, all the way from SummerSlam, all the way till they kicked him out after the Rumble. Then he ended up facing Reigns at Elimination Chamber and lost that match. Solo Sikoa came in, because Solo Sikoa, everybody saw him in NXT. Everybody knew who Sikoa was. It was only a matter of time where Sikoa would get called up. And Solo Sikoa came in at Clash of the Castle, right?
Yeah, he helped them beat Drew.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Solo Sikoa has been part of this, and now we got the titles being lost. The Usos lost, and Chris wasn't a big fan of Sami Zayn and KO winning the tag team titles at Mania. Because the Usos were on a roll. Now you got Jimmy, who super kicked Roman Reigns twice at Night of Champions.
Well deserved. It was deserved.
Kicked him twice.
He kicked the shit out of him.
Yeah, and then Jay doesn't know who he wants to side with. This Bloodline storyline is one of the best storylines. I hope it doesn't end. I hope it just keeps going and going and going, because there's so many twists and turns, man.
Yeah, it is, and you know what kind of bothers me about it too. I'm like you. I don't want it to end, but it seemed like that's where it's going. I hate see. And that's why if you just remember, like maybe 5 minutes ago when I said so they're going to continue to keep the Judgment Day. Why break up the bloodline?
I don't want to see it in. I don't want.
I don't want to see it in. I don't want to see it in. But then I have this question. So the Usos are probably going to go back face.
Yeah.
I believe Solo is going to turn on Roman because they're building Solo.
Do you think every one of them, Jimmy, Jay, and Solo, all challenge Roman Reigns for the title at some point?
I think Solo is.
I think they're going to aim to do Solo versus. I wouldn't be surprised. But like you said, Reigns is going to end up losing the title. I was going to say do Solo versus Roman at Royal Rumble, but think about it. He's going to lose. If you're saying he's going to lose the title before the end of the year, I don't know who he loses the title to. That's God. I don't know who he loses.
Yeah. Well, I mean, unless you're going to have him lose it to The Rock.
You really think this man's going to hold on to the title? You know what? I don't know why. For some strange reason.
Shit, Hulk Hogan did it.
I see him hold on to the title to Mania.
Hulk Hogan did it.
I really do. I honestly don't. Just keep throwing opponents at him. AJ Styles.
Hulk Hogan held it for 4 years.
Man, they let this man. How many years has Reigns held the title now?
Going on 3.
Bro, I don't live in Virginia Beach, moved to Richmond, came back to Virginia Beach, and my homeboy still the champ. I've been gone for a whole year, and homeboy still champ.
Hey, you done came up and visited. I didn't see. Hey, hold on. I'll get ready to say I done came to Virginia, but he wasn't holding the title when I came to Virginia. But
Chicago was 2 years ago now.
Yeah, 2 years, 2021.
I came to Chicago 2 years ago, coming up end of July.
End of July.
End of July, and he's still the champion.
Damn, that was 2 years ago.
That was 2 years.
Holy
ago.
shit.
That was 2 years ago when I came to Chicago.
Damn, and Zay is 3 years old. Zay was 1.
When Reigns won the title. I don't see y'all kids graduate from high school.
Man, I done had another kid since then.
Look how much has happened since Reigns became champion.
Yo, Zay was only 4 months when Roman won the title.
Kane gonna graduate from high school by the time Reigns leaves.
Man, I just thought about that. Zayden was only 4 months when Roman won the title. He is 3 now.
That's crazy.
Hendricks is about to be 1.
That's crazy.
Holy shit.
But this man, Reigns, his title run has been impressive as hell. You gotta look at all the opponents. And the true fact, he has not been pinned, they said, since 2019.
What happened?
They say he hasn't been pinned since 2019.
He hasn't been pinned since 2019.
Bro, think about something. I want y'all to think about something. The pandemic hadn't happened the last time he was pinned.
Exactly.
The pandemic hadn't happened yet the last time he was pinned. Think about that. Think about that. That's a long ass time where this man has not been submitted or pinned. That's impressive. I've been watching wrestling I don't know how many years of my life. I've never seen a run like this. I came into wrestling around 80. I came into wrestling about 90, 91. Yeah, about 80, 89, 91. I've never seen a run like this. This is
I mean, if you've seen a run like this because Hulk Hogan had it.
Yeah. I remember when we talk about his runs during when I came in, his runs from 1990, 1991?
1987.
1987. I came in and watched wrestling.
1987 to what?
I watched wrestling.
1986 to 1990. Because remember, he lost it to Ultimate Warrior.
Been watching wrestling since Coliseum Home Video. Kids, do your research. Google it when you get a chance. Coliseum Home
Wait. I lied. I'm lying. Let me tell you why I lied. Because remember Randy Savage won it at WrestleMania 4.
Yeah.
At Caesar's Palace, remember?
What's the next record? It's Hogan's record, right? For Reigns.
Bruno Sammartino got 2 records.
That man got 2 goddamn records. Yo, imagine.
I think it's Hogan's.
Imagine if they let him break Bruno Sammartino's record. Let's hypothetically speak for this. Give me a minute. Hypothetically speaking, imagine if they let this man break Bruno Sammartino's record. So he would have to be champion to win.
Do you know how many people will be pissed off?
Yo, he would have to start facing dudes in AEW.
Speaking of that,
yeah, let's for a while. Let's go over to AEW.
So speaking of that, oh man, some up in WWE. Man, this is where I wish Lucas was on.
What has happened since the last time we talked? Well, MJF.
What? Now let me ask you a question.
Okay.
What has happened to AEW?
They started a show coming up, Collision, which I don't like the thought of doing a show on a Saturday night. I just don't understand the gist of doing a show. Monday Night Raw makes sense. Friday Night SmackDown makes sense. I'm okay with those. I don't agree with doing a show on a Saturday night, a weekly show on a Saturday night, because Saturday night, my mind is not on wrestling unless it's a...
Exactly, and that's another thing. And this is Collision is going to be another Rampage. It's going to be worse because ain't nobody in the house on Saturday.
Exactly.
And number 2, you ain't built outside of the smarks that just hate Vince. You ain't built the audience like that to have motherfuckers sit at home on Saturday to watch you and give you 1 million views, dog. You haven't. They haven't.
It's the worst night they could ever pick. I don't know what they were thinking, and it's not a shot at AEW. I understand that y'all want more shows, but picking a Saturday night is not a good night at all. You already Rampage on a Friday night at 10 o'clock. I'm tapped out after watching SmackDown.
And you see, they're already using the Friday night slot excuse for why Rampage is shit.
It's not at a good time slot, man. It's at 10 o'clock. And then
it's not on a good day. I mean, you listen. You can sit there and say, people can sit there and say what you want about SmackDown. Well, SmackDown's on there. Listen, if you're watching SmackDown, you're probably getting ready to go out on Friday. You're getting ready to go out.
Yeah, that's when I wind down on Friday night. Wind down, a long week of work. I sit down, eat, and watch SmackDown.
Yeah. But then a lot of times, some wrestling fans, they, like you said, unwind. They got a long week of work.
Yeah.
They get home. They watch a SmackDown, but they're probably watching SmackDown while getting ready to go out after SmackDown.
Their TV goes right off after 10 o'clock.
That's
Go
right.
out to eat.
Now,
Go visit friends.
TK keeps going to the same well each time. This lets you know he does not know what the fuck he's doing. You're going to keep doing the same thing. CM Punk returns in Chicago. CM Punk returns in Chicago. This is the third fucking return in Chicago.
How many cities do we have in the United States? It's got to be like a ton of them. But he always seems to.
But this is I lied. This is the fourth return. I think it's the third or fourth return in fucking Chicago. And somebody wrote it on one of the dirt sheet pages that said, you know what? That shows you. No, and I'm once again, I ain't knocking no. I'm not knocking because at this point it's a sinking ship. But this shows you that CM Punk is not the draw that everybody wants to believe he is. You only bring him back because you know he's going to get a pop in his hometown. You can't even bring him nowhere else. What does that say? What does that say?
I'm going to ask you, Chris, where are they holding it at on Saturday in Chicago? Because I know that's where you're at.
The United Center.
Yeah, the United Center. Okay. All right. I'm surprised they didn't go to All-State Arena.
I mean, they had it at the United Center last time for Rampage.
Okay.
The thing is, and then on top of that, he just did an interview with ESPN.
When Tony Khan goes on camera, it's one of the most disturbing things you've ever seen. It's like putting a kid in front of the camera and you got 1,000 lights on him and they're just telling you just talk.
And he don't know what he's doing. Phil Brooks just did an interview with ESPN, and he's still talking shit.
Thanks, guys. So I'm here to make a great announcement. We got CM Punk coming to AEW. Yo, he look like he nervous as hell. That shit scares me. His eyes be bulging out of his head. That shit just.
That and he was high.
Yeah, Collision. I'm sorry, and like I said, I'm not knocking AEW. I'm not knocking. It's just the night they pick. It's not a good night. I'm just saying Saturday night. It's just not a good because and another thing, if y'all recognize, a lot of WWE's premium live events are now on Saturdays.
Right, they're Saturday.
They're on Saturday.
They're Saturday.
The days of all these pay-per-views being held on a Sunday are gone. There's only a select few shows. Now, NXT will be on a Sunday night, but that's not WWE. A lot of I think mostly all the WWE shows, pay-per-views now are on Saturdays. And it's actually beneficial considering people who got to be working the next day. It works out.
But you also another thing, their pay-per-view is on a streaming network.
Yes.
So therefore that the ratings are not considered. It's not a factor into that. That's not considered in Nielsen's and everything like that. Collision is on cable, is on Syndicate Network. Syndicated Network, sorry. So, therefore, the ratings matter.
Yes.
You know what? Collision might have some nice ratings on Saturday, and it'll be shit from then on.
Well, for now, they're going to have okay ratings considering it's the dead season. NBA Finals just ended. There's no Stanley Cup. There's no football on right now.
Wait, I'm sorry. We're not. The sport. Yeah.
I'm going to get to. I know what you're going to say. I'm going to get to the point. It's just every Saturday. If you look from now until football season, until college football starts, there's nothing really on Saturday nights. Except
right.
Maybe a fight. There's going to be like a boxing match coming up in July. And then I don't know how they're going to do with Money in the Bank because, Money in the Bank's at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So it'll be over by the time they come on. So they're only going to start hurting when they get to college football season because you got those ESPN game nights. That's when it's going to start biting them in the ass, especially when the NFL.
You know what, man?
Go ahead, Chris. Go ahead.
This is my thing. And you know where I'm going with this.
I know where you're going with it.
They cannot keep using sports as an excuse. That's been their excuse for 3 years. Oh, well, the MLB, the Stanley Cup was on. Oh, the World Series is on. Oh, baseball playoffs is on.
They moved
Oh, the
Rampage so
NBA
bad.
playoffs was on.
Man.
Oh,
Rampage,
NBA was on. Come on, man. Like you come on, you're
Rampage,
running out of excuses.
Rampage came on at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I was like, I didn't know they were on because when I update the page, the Wrestling Talk Radio page, I'm like, wait a minute, Rampage came on, and I'm like, shit, let me go update the page. I'm like, damn, I'm like, I forgot. I was like, did it come on at 10 o'clock tonight? And I forget the playoffs and shit is on, so it's like it throws me off. So when they don't come on at 10 o'clock, I forget. If they don't come on at 10 o'clock, I forget they come on. I'll forget they come on. Like, I'm used to knowing Raw comes on same time every week. Nothing changes. SmackDown comes on the same time every week. Only time SmackDown will not be on Fox is during the World Series. We know
Right.
that.
No, I agree.
Yeah, we always know Fox will not be. We won't see SmackDown on Fox for like, I think it's 2 weeks in October. And then that's it. Other than that, we know they're on Fox every year. USA, they're consistently on Monday. I don't think I've seen one Monday night where I haven't seen a Raw in probably like almost 30 years. Raw is consistent every single Monday night Raw. So, but the Saturday night thing is not gonna. I don't see for June, July, and August, they're gonna be okay. But it's just when you start getting into the fall and you start getting football and stuff, that's when shit is gonna. Because I'm gonna want to watch college football on Saturday night and not watch wrestling.
Right.
My mind's gonna be on that, and you're gonna have viewers
Right.
that's gonna be flipping the channel and be like, "All right, well, college football don't start it now." Especially on the Saturdays when the playoffs starts. I'm like, I don't see this experiment working out very good. I just don't. I just don't see it working out very good. They're either gonna have to put it on another night, or they're gonna figure something out because I don't see it working. Everything. I mean, possibility they can do it on the Thursday. I'm like, why not do a Thursday night? There's nothing on Thursday night. I mean, there's Impact, but of course, Impact's on one of those channels. You got to have a streaming device to see that shit. You could have done Thursday night. I don't know, but I don't know the contract they had with TNT. TNT said, "Ain't got nothing else on Sunday. Have at it."
Right.
TNT.
Like you couldn't do. Why couldn't you do Tuesday and just battle with NXT? Remember, I mean, you guys are so great in the ratings and
I don't
man.
respect that Ring of Honor didn't have a TV deal because, I mean, I watch them all and I wanted to watch Ring of Honor, but I'm not paying $9.99 to watch a show.
NWA don't have one either.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sit there and pay $9.99 a month to watch one show every Thursday. I'm not doing that.
Nah, NWA don't have one. Impact continuously goes through different ones.
Impact has been on probably like 15 different networks in the past 10 years.
Yeah, facts.
They were on TNT,
Facts.
and then they went to Destination America, which was not even a channel about wrestling. It was about wildlife. Then they went to
And that's why those ratings were trash.
Access TV now, which I'm having it on now because I got the streaming thing, so I can watch it on Thursday nights and everything. But other than that, I mean, they had a TV deal at one point, so I remember watching Impact on TNN. I remember that. I remember watching TNN. It came on Thursday nights at 8:00. Then they moved them to Monday night, which I'm like, this is a terrible idea. Y'all about to go ahead and
A horrible idea.
Yo, they went to Thursday night. Probably within 2 weeks, they went back to Thursday nights. They said, "Hell no."
They knew that was a dumbass move. They
knew
knew.
it was a dumbass move from the start. As soon as I started watching this, like back on Thursday nights, I'm like, "Well, damn, we didn't even make it out of January. Shit, y'all already back on Thursday nights." They left for Thursday nights with the quickness.
Yeah,
They were
good.
like, "Nah, we're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this." So.
You know what? I'm interested to see what's gonna happen Saturday. David Meltzer is gonna suck it off. You know that. But
what's going on Saturday?
Collision.
Oh yeah, that's right. My bad. I'm thinking about Forbidden Door. My bad.
No, so that ain't no damn forbidden door. I wish they stopped trying to use that fucking that phrase. No, it's not a forbidden door.
They're trying to use. There could have been another term they could have used. They're trying to be like what NXT did with Worlds Collide when they did NXT UK versus NXT. They're basically trying to do the same concept where they're doing New Japan versus AEW. But actually, I ain't gonna lie. I'm Forbidden Door. There's 2 matches that I'm really looking forward to. I'm really looking forward. Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay for the IWGP United States Heavyweight Title. If y'all saw that match at Wrestle Kingdom, I don't think it's gonna be. And I keep telling everyone this: it's not gonna be as good as a match at Wrestle Kingdom.
No, it's not. It's not. And
It's
you know
not.
it's not.
It's not.
You know it's not.
Because that was New Japan show, so they got more freedom with those matches. This is not going to be that kind of. It's going to be a good match. It's not going to be as Dave Meltzer quote 5-star because
No, it's not. But even though Dave Meltzer,
yeah, it's definitely not going to be 5-star. Going to be a hell of a match, and then you got Bryan Danielson versus Okada. Me personally, I want to see Zack Sabre Jr. versus Daniel Bryan, Bryan Danielson, whatever the fuck he's calling himself now. But I want to see Zack Sabre versus Bryan Danielson, but we're not gonna get that. I think Zack Sabre is actually gonna end up facing Orange Cassidy for the AEW International title because they were teasing that match on Dynamite on Wednesday, so we might end up seeing that match. Zack Sabre is the IWGP television champion. So I don't know what they're gonna end up doing with that match. So we'll see where they're gonna go in that direction. So, but Chris, you say you got to head out, man. But
yeah, man, I gotta put the son to bed, bro.
oh, you good, fam, you good. Hey,
We did a nice little hour 15.
yo, Chris, man.
Good shit, bro. Hey, man, I appreciated this, man.
Lucas,
I hope Mom Dukes liked it. You know what I mean, man. I want to give a shout out to my son. It's his 8-year old. It's his 8th birthday. The big dog came, man. My man's is. Oh man, he's one of the most. I tell you, you're courageous. He's one of the most courageous kids I've ever met, man. If the most courageous kid I ever met, man. He's I don't know if I ever told nobody. My son is a type 1 diabetic, man, and he has fought that head on, dude. And like, he gives me strength because he doesn't get down on himself. He understands what it is. But he's a football player. He plays sports. He's not letting shit defeat him, man. And I just want to give him his flowers and his shout out, man, because he keeps me going too, man. He's where it's at, man. And so happy birthday to my man's Kane, man. Shout out to my boys. You know what I mean. Shout out to you. I want to give a shout out to my other kids, Zayden, Hendrix, Mila, Sienna. I just want to give a shout out to all of them. Shout out to my girl, my family, man. I love y'all, man. And once again, we're going to get through this together, man. I got your back. Thank you for having me on the show. Sorry, I got to cut it short.
no, you're good.
I'll talk to you in the group chat.
I gotta tell you, Sunday, happy early Father's Day for you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, man.
Chris is definitely the definition. I mean, I don't have any kids myself personally, so I always look at guys. I always look at people around me who have kids, like the fathers and everything, and it makes me appreciate them more. So I shout out to all the dads out there who are
Thank
doing
you.
a damn good job, man. Especially you, Chris, and everything. Y'all inspired me one day to when I end up if it comes down to me, that day does come when I become a father. I damn sure want to take after y'all, man, in regards to what y'all do for y'all kids, man, everything like that.
I honor that, man. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, man. I always tell people when I coach, I'm like, they always ask me, how many kids do you have? I said, I have 10. They said,
Hey,
I'm like,
I like that because I'm coaching this year too. I coach football.
I said, I have 10. They said, you have 10? I'm like, yeah. I said, the kids I coach. Those are my kids. Those are my kids for 5
That's
months.
true. That's true.
Those are my kids for 5 months.
You make an impact in their lives, man. People don't understand coaches are just important.
Yeah, I love. I don't have kids of my own. I have god kids, but shout out to my godson Michael, man. But I just being around him makes me even want to be a father even more. I always tell people if my time comes, it comes. If it doesn't, I'm blessed to have my god kids, and I tell everybody who has kids, y'all kids are just as much as mine as they are y'all's, man. Because I watch.
That's right, man. That's right. And keep that mindset, please, for real.
Yeah. So I always say if it's meant for me to be, if it's meant for me to be, if not, hey, I enjoy coaching and everything, and I'm back in Vibe Beach, so I get to come back. Coach Q coming back in the fall, baby. We're making another run, man. I won 6-2 last time.
Oh yeah, man. Before I forget, man, shout out on the new crib, man.
Yeah.
Shout out on the new crib.
You see the backdrop and everything.
Hey, man, before I go, man, shout out on the new crib, man.
I'll be honest.
Hey, I see you. Hey, I see the funk sway in the back.
Looking very, very feng shui.
Hey. Oh, another thing.
There.
Another thing before we get off, man. Let's give a shout out to our boys, man. Let's give a shout out to the Miami Heat, man.
Let's give them our
Let's give a
flowers.
shout out to the Miami Heat, man.
And for Dame
I
Lillard.
don't do moral victories. I don't. But for what we came from to be the AC, to get to where we got, we didn't. Hey, we weren't even supposed to be there.
And all the
We
people
weren't supposed to be there.
and all the people that's giving Jimmy Butler shit, fuck y'all.
Right? Oh yeah. And don't worry, we about to go ahead and get this Bradley Bill. But we finna go ahead and get Bradley Bill.
Or Dame Lillard.
We'll be back next year.
Or Dame
And I tell you like this, we're gonna win it. We're gonna win it. We're gonna keep showing you why Spo is the best coach in basketball.
Denver was. I'm
Um,
gonna say that. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna give Denver their flowers. They were the good team. They were the better team. But y'all keep sleeping on Miami. You wait. We're one piece away. One piece
we
away.
one piece away.
One piece
Cause
away.
like I said, we weren't even supposed to be here this year. We weren't even supposed to be there this year. We let them tell it we was gonna get out the bounce out the first round.
Y'all keep talking about Jimmy. Jimmy's gonna be there. All Jimmy's gonna
So,
do is get another piece to come with him. We back. We back. Miami
all right,
basketball.
my boy, man. Once again, like I said, I love you, bro. I'll talk to you in the group chat, man. You have a good night, man.
I'm gonna wrap up the show, man.
All right, bro.
Take it easy. Love you, Chris.
Love you, man.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, fam. We're gonna wrap it up here, man. Thank you, Chris. Thank you for Chris, man, for coming on the show, man. Dude has been with me since day one, man. Ever since I started this shit. Chris was on the first show all the way to this motherfucking now. So if it wasn't for Chris, Lucas, shout out to all the homeboys, man. Everybody who's been part of this show. Thank y'all, man. Y'all don't know how much this means to me, man. For y'all, they've been with me since. If y'all saw the first show was shitty. Go back and watch the first show, and I promise you won't be disappointed. Well, you will be disappointed how bad it was, but but I want to thank everyone who has been with me since I started the show. As y'all know, if y'all followed me before, me and Lucas actually had a show called the Kings of Wrestling Podcast. We only did one or two shows. They were very didn't hop off the ground. We had conflict or scheduling issues or whatever, and it never got up the way we wanted it to. Come back a few years later, pandemic happened. We really had nothing else to do, and I was like, I wanted a podcast. I felt like I needed a stage where we could all talk about wrestling in a forum, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this. Thought of a name, got of a logo. I came up with all that, and first show was shitty. I had my old laptop, lighting was bad. Canceled. I was like, you know what, we're not gonna do any shows until I get right. I bought a new laptop, got some lighting, got a new microphone, everything. And next thing you know, here we are. 3 years later, celebrated 3rd-year anniversary. Thank you for everyone who has hung with me. I really do appreciate it, man. Thank y'all so much. Sorry I couldn't do much more for a 3rd anniversary show. I know we're supposed to be more lightful, more up to date and doing things and giveaways. I wanted to do more, but because of time constraints and I didn't really have that much planned. But I felt like this was a chance to get back to doing shows again. Don't know when the next show will be. Unfortunately, I apologize. I want to do shows more frequently. I'm trying to do 2 shows a month instead of just one show a month. Because everything that's going on. But hopefully we'll be able to do 2 shows. But continue to like the Facebook. Continue to like us on Instagram. Continue to follow us on Twitter. Thank you for the support. The website, I will try to get that up running soon. Like I said, I've had a lot going on. But thank you for all the support, man. Thank you. I really do appreciate it, man. I really do appreciate everything that y'all have done for me in regards to checking up on me, texting me. It's been a rough couple of months, but we're back. We're back. I'm going to try to, like I said, I'm going to try more shows. And but thank y'all for sticking with me, man. This has been a great show. And Mom, like Chris said, Mom, I hope we made you proud. May you rest in peace. You'll always be right here next to my heart. I love you, Mom. I hope I made you proud with today's show, dedicated to you. And I hope you and Dad are dancing together up in heaven. I'll see y'all on Sunday. I'm going to see my mom and dad on Sunday for Father's Day. I do it every year. Go visit his gravesite and just chat with him. You know, now mom and dad are both there, and come to see y'all, man. So definitely. But we're gonna wrap this up here. Thank y'all for tuning in. Sorry it wasn't the show that y'all were really expecting. I apologize about that, but you know, I still wanted to put on the show. But yeah, I'm gonna sign out. Y'all have a good night. I hope y'all enjoy your weekend. Don't forget AEW Collision is coming up on Saturday, 8 o'clock on TNT. Forbidden Door is on Sunday, June 25th at 8 p.m. We also got Money in the Bank coming up on July, I believe it's July 1st, July 2nd. Look at the calendar. Oop, that's not what I wanted. Hold on. Give it to y'all just a minute. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm trying to work off a laptop and a computer here. All right. Yeah, July 1st. Money in the Bank is July 1st. Live from London. It will be at 3 p.m. They're over in London, so the time is different. So, anyways, but thank y'all for tuning in. Wrestling Talk Radio 3 years in. Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all. My live studio audience, they didn't come with the move yet. They'll be here on the next show. But anyways, and we always see here at Wrestling Talk Radio, we're not just wrestling fans. We're wrestling fans. Y'all have a good night. One.